Okay, Cody, Dalton, we're back at it again. Dalton, was he gone last episode?
Yes.
Yes, he was. Dalton was gone.
I'm back.
Dalton.
I'm married.
You're married.
And I'm not sorry.
All right, then.
That seems like a
Welcome
placement
back.
for yet.
Welcome back to another episode of On Tap with the Boys. Episode, I think we're 35 now.
Somewhere in there.
36, 35.
30 something.
We'll fucking roll with it. We're going to figure it out. We got a mathematician behind the camera figuring this shit out. Probably not. Don't worry about it. But this week's episode, we have Jay Neubauer and Pat. Do we do last names? I don't know what we're doing here.
Well, this is Weenie as far as we.
Well, we got Weenie and Jay on here. And we're going to do a little talking this week. Get into a little beer drinking, a little... we're going to get into liquor, apparently. We got a lot of liquor laying around. So... Let's get into it, huh? Oh, fuck. These are the wrong intros. I'm on the wrong board.
Classic.
You are now listening to On Tap with the Boys, a podcast about beer, bad decisions, and bad friends. With your hosts, Cody, Tyler, Dalton, and Tucker.
All right. We always start off with our pre-show shot, pre-show liquor, whatever we got going on.
Shout out to Al's Bar for donating this wonderful plumber's crack plum brandy. Is that what this is?
Yeah. He said it's plums off of his kid's tree, and he made some delicious brandy.
So you're telling me Al pulled his kid's plums to make this brandy?
I tell you what, I've drank worse. I think
You're not wrong. You maybe had one of their plums.
All right, Jake. Let's pull some plums here. And the whole significance of this is that I've talked to Al before at mud runs and stuff with Jay and Pat, and he said he wanted to give us some of this plum brandy. And when Cody said we were having Jay on, I'm like, fuck yeah, we're gonna get some of this shit on here, and we're gonna give it a shot.
You know, we were talking about how small these cups are. Mm-hmm. Now that I'm pouring brandy into them, they seem real big.
I understand that. Brandy is not my choice of things to put in my mouth. I will tell you that.
Next up on tomorrow's episode is the list of things that Jay does like to put in his mouth.
No,
they're not long, sir. I will tell you that.
Oh, we're perfect.
Only short.
But we've talked about it before of like first liquors that we've puked on or whatever, and at least I'm pretty sure I've talked about it on here, was Al's Blackberry Brandy from Al's
Really?
Bar.
I did not know that.
It's the first time I ever puked drinking. I don't know, probably 16.
Mine was Coors Light, and I've never liked it
You puked
since.
off of Coors Light.
That was my first alcohol puke, was Coors Light.
Mine was vodka. I cleared the width of a 68 Ford pickup. True story. I can back that up.
That's a weird measurement.
Vodka.
And it wasn't 6 feet.
Well, instead of going down with it, I decided to go up, and boy, I must have had a good arc because I didn't touch it. It was a white truck. I didn't have a drop on it the next morning.
Really?
Oh,
really?
no.
I really went to the brim with mine here.
Mine was Yukon Jack.
Dude, I'm digging the
I'll
new
never
hardware.
look at white rice the
dope,
same.
Ceramic.
White rice.
All right.
Oh, you
puke
puke a bunch
that
up?
up? Oh,
Let's
yeah.
do this.
Pounding this down, huh?
Okay.
All right, well, here's the Al's Bar. Thanks a lot for the pre-show shot.
Does anybody
Gross.
have any cool like toasts?
I was
or
just going to
shots?
say Prost, Nostrovia, Oogie Wawa. There's a few different ones. Which one do you want?
Yeah,
Is that
that one.
Spanish?
No, Oogie Wawa. I saw this on a card once for St. Patrick's Day. It was all
Okay.
different ways to say cheers, and it was the dumbest one I seen on there, so I remembered it. It was like Zimbabwe or some shit is where the language came from. I don't really remember, but
Big Zimbabwe guys. So
yeah, right, Oogie Wawa.
Oogie Wawa. You literally go.
That's really
pretty
good.
Oh my goodness.
You can really
That's
taste that
really
plum
good.
there.
Shout out to Al's
I don't
Bar.
know. I don't know if Dalton's saying "Oh my goodness" because it's good or "Oh my goodness" because holy fuck.
Because it's not bad. Like, that's dangerous.
not bad at all.
Like,
He said it's
typical, get this away from me.
Right. He said it's like 70 proof, right?
I had a talk with him before the episode, and because I know that his blackberry brandy was fucking really high up there in proof, wasn't it? Well, you
it was
distilled it
100.
a couple times or something. 100, yeah.
I've helped them.
So I was talking to him, and he's like, "Well, it's nothing crazy. I'm over those days of my life. I'm trying to tone it down with my older age. I'm not just trying to kill everybody anymore." So, well, like I said, we're not puking no more, so that's great.
So one of the main reasons why we obviously wanted to have you guys on here is because not only are you guys fellow degenerates when it comes to the trashiness category of the drinking escapades,
Absolutely.
but we had chatted a couple weeks ago about your Keg Race story that you were talking about. And I know we had wanted to share this on the pod.
It is one that I'm
make
so
it
tired of
public
telling
info.
that I kind of just want to tell it on somewhere that it can be recorded.
There you go.
Then you can just every
Then I
time you
can
meet
turn
somebody,
people right on to you.
give them a link.
Yeah,
Give them a link.
absolutely.
Like, I tell you the story, but you can just here's a link.
That's the plan. I'm here for publicity. You know, we made asses
yeah.
of ourselves, and this is how.
This is all a PR stunt.
I just want to give a little thank you, Pat, for the mug. I'm about to pour me some beers here. I got this big ass mug from Pat.
Well, if we're gonna do
All right, go ahead.
are we gonna do the big chug since it is the chug mug?
Dude, tops I could do is 30 ounces. There's no way I could do over 50.
That's a
How many is
big
this thing?
mug.
Oh boy.
50
It's
ounces?
60 to the rim.
Jesus.
No way I could
60
do
to the
60
rim?
ounces.
You think you could do half of it though?
That's 5 beers.
Yeah, I could do half of it.
Yeah. All right. Let's see it, and then I'll tell a story.
I'm gonna need some Busch Lights now.
Okay.
Give me
Well,
3 Busch Lights.
because after you do that, then we'll have a shot of this red stag, and then I'll tell a story. That'll get me on.
Yeah,
There
that's
you go.
perfect.
Going.
That's actually a good idea. So while you're filling up with Busch Light,
How
you
about I
said?
tell that story that got
I
me
need more
on here?
Busch
I guess.
Light.
Yeah.
They're in the
Okay.
fridge.
All right. So the story that got me on here,
Jake.
I told Cody about this, and a lot of people, they don't believe this story. They claim it happened on a movie or something. They saw it from a movie. What I'm going to say is, yeah, I was inspired by all the dumb shit you see on movies of way people hide from the cops. If anybody out there listening has seen a movie that this happened in, please tell me. I would like to watch it so I can actually put some reference to the idea I had.
Okay.
It was great. Because back in high school, like every other day, we'd go to Jed's over there in Grantsburg and get 2 30-packs because my buddy had about as good a beard as Dalton's got going on
Thanks for
right
that.
now. And we just went over there because he'd get served. I mean, it's Wisconsin. You can see over the counter. You can buy liquor.
Oh,
And,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. That's God's country out there, especially right now with the governor shit.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Home of the best
absolutely.
chicken wings in the Midwest, the Fishbowl.
Shut up. All right, keep going.
Yeah, anyways. So we go over there, and as we pull in to get the usual 2 30-packs, we notice a cop at the gas pump. And as we pull in, the cop happens to continuously stare at our car. The nice part was is he could only stare at the back because this particular car was in an accident. It was a 98 Buick LeSabre. It had been in an accident about a month prior where the front end was not straight, and it was kind of fixed like a snowmobile hood where they put the rivets in it and just call it about good.
Yep.
Like the dude used to drive it with the 2 flaps from where the airbag went off. And
Hell yeah. That's the only way to drive those 98 LeSabres.
damn right. And my buddy goes into the liquor store.
Jesus.
I want to say
Dude,
it that I'm not
you're
using
doing
this.
it?
I'm not using this as a measuring cup because this is 36 ounces and it's telling me it's 45.
Yeah, leave it to the Chinese-made glass to lie to you about American
This is
measurements.
not an accurate measuring cup.
Right. So anyways, my buddy goes in to get this beer, and as he's in there, I can just see this cop staring hardcore at the back of this car. I mean, he's eyeing it up. It's right about dusk time, you know.
Yeah.
Cop goes in to pay for his gas and whatnot, and they are both in there for a long-ass time. I mean, it was getting kind of nerve-wracking sitting in that car. Not only was I thirsty, but it was also a little bit weird that the cop still hadn't come out when all he had to do was say, hey, charge this to the county.
Right.
And finally the cop comes out, gets in his vehicle, drives away real slowly, makes a turn behind our vehicle and heads out. Pretty obvious. My buddy comes out, big grin on his face, 30-pack under each arm. Oh, I waited him out. I'm like, oh, cool. That's good.
That was a literary comma.
Yeah. Yeah, I interject stories with a burp usually because that's where you can get a break. But he comes out just happier and shit, goes to throw him in the back seat. I'm like, dude, throw that shit in the trunk. Well, why? Because that cop is on to us. He knows what the hell he's doing here. He knows we ain't of age, man, and he knows damn well he can be
Absolutely.
a block away and still follow us to Minnesota because we only got one way out now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we leave the gas station, and as we pull out, I look to my left down the block because any good co-pilot watches for the driver. Let's be honest,
Yeah.
people. If you
That's-
didn't grow up around here, learn the lesson from us then.
Passenger
You
seat
have-
is cop duty.
That's right, and
deer.
radio.
Deer.
Yep, you got
Gotta look for deer.
You got a lot of
Deer
responsibilities.
cops DJ.
yeah, well, the eyes have to be the passenger seat. You got to have two sets of eyes because the driver's looking and focusing, but you still have to be the eyes.
Driver's too busy cracking beers.
Well, and that's another thing that bothers me when people tell me this story. I'm full of shit because this is the only story I can actually tell that we were sober for. We just acquired the beers and we hadn't drank them yet. Okay, so this is the only story I really got that's sober. And we go down a couple blocks, and as I keep looking over each block, I see that cop neck and neck with us. This is going to go well.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. Yep. So at the third block, I look over. Leaving Jed's, you head through that industrial park. You got like 5 blocks, and then you got the bridge over Memory Lake there. And about the 4th block, right before Memory Lake, I didn't see the cop. I'm like, well, he's slowing down. He's going to get behind us. My buddy's like, well, what do I do? Says, you're going to come to a stop sign up here by the Legion. You're going to take a left. Head into town. Why? I says, just trust me. It's all we got. The cop's going to figure we're going to Minnesota. If we head into town, he isn't going to expect we're stupid enough to go that way. Let's try that.
Smart him.
Yeah. So we take a left, and we start heading down there. I'm scrambling trying to put something together to figure out where the fuck we're going to get away from this guy, because clearly he's seen us. Cop still isn't behind us. We're going down there. There was that Ford dealership there on the left.
Fiedler.
Fiedler. We came to a stop sign. Fiedler was in front of us to the left, and there was their used car lot to the right. I look in the used car lot. There was one open slot in the back row right next to the building.
Shut up.
Not shitting you. I even looked at that. I'm like, if this isn't a sign from God, I don't know what this is. I looked at my buddy. I'm like, dude, it's dusk. Nobody can see much. As soon as you take this right, shut the lights off on this fucking car, take a right into this used car lot, back this piece of shit into this spot, shut it off. We'll kick the seats back so our heads look like the headrest, and let's wait him out.
Hell yeah.
He's like, you think it'll work? I says, it's all we got. It's all we fucking got. I says, and if we pull this off, it'll be a story nobody will believe. I said this to him while we were sitting there. He was like, well, fuck it, let's give it a try. So everything went down like I said, and we're sitting there. And all of a sudden, slowly, this cop rolls up, and he sits. He gets to the stop sign, and he's sitting there. And we can see, like, we're just sitting there.
Just hiding in your seat. In your seat.
Terrified.
Yeah.
Like beer is 3 feet behind you, and your arm just wants to go like this because you're so fucking thirsty. But at the same time, you're like, I can't move a muscle because the T-Rex only sees you when you move.
Yeah, that's true.
And the cop sat there for what seemed like a long time. And finally, he heads straight, and it's like, okay. My buddy looks at me, what the hell do I do? I says, you go back the way he came because you ain't going to expect us to go back the way the cop was. So go back that way and get us the fuck back to Minnesota. Nice part is, of this story, is when we got back to Minnesota, there's that first dirt road to the right. That's a great place to crack a beer.
There you go. The celebratory, we're across the border. We made it out, boys.
Yeah, we just escaped a cop by hiding in a used car lot.
That is beautiful.
And that's why, and with just a piece of shit too, and that was the nice part is because we pulled straight into the parking spot. The cop couldn't see the front of the car to realize it was just garbage. So when we backed into the spot, he was looking at a piece of shit Buick.
There you go.
And how many 98 LeSabres do you think are on the road?
Millions.
Oh, millions.
Especially
Hundreds
with
of
fucked up front
millions.
ends.
Fuck.
Oh, dude.
In high school, I swear I seen
hold on,
more
hold on.
of those than
Gold
Crown
or
Vics.
silver?
Blue.
Blue.
Oh, dude!
was
Now
blue.
you got to know
It
who
was
it is because I feel like there's only gold and silver.
That's one of
I
10.
hear you.
Maybe
Blue
those
is 1 of
gold
10.
and silver ones just
Yeah.
last longer.
Maybe.
Well, it could be. Could be.
In high school, for the yearbook, my dream car was I think a '96 Buick LeSabre I put down, just because everybody had them. That was kind of our joke in high school, is that we wanted a Buick LeSabre.
That or a Monte
You're also
Carlo.
a gigantic son of a bitch with a beautiful flap, and the only cars that seem to fit
That
us
would
are
be.
either a Chevy Impala or a Buick.
Oh, they were so comfortable.
Or a minivan. And let's face it, neither one of us have kids, so we're not going to degrade ourselves enough to go a minivan yet.
I will say I have gotten my ass stomped in a race from a minivan from the Sharpenteers. So
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me
Give
a
it to
bit
'em.
finishing it up like that.
it was a heck cat right there.
There you go.
So okay, so you got the mug filled up. You got 3 beers in the mug.
3 beers, 36 ounces. The mug tells me 45.
So either
We're going with 45 ounces.
So either Anheuser-Busch is wrong or the Chinese-made mug is wrong.
50 to full.
That's right.
Maybe.
just
But
get
are we going to
another
go off
beer
the
and
chug-o-meter?
find out.
I honestly don't
Go
know.
off the
'cause-
chug-o-meter.
See, because I've been trying to condition myself with my boot, which was 36 ounces, and I have yet to be able to finish all of it. I get so fucking full. But we're gonna give her what we can get here.
All right.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
fine with that.
I'm kind of scared here.
We brought
This
it
one's
as
going
a
on the
threat.
snap.
Are we going
Snapchat.
for speed or
Just
I just want to see you
Just
finish
distance.
it. I don't care how fast
Just
you can
distance.
do
It
it.
doesn't matter how fast.
okay?
I'm not a
Three,
sprinter.
2, 1, go. All right. He's already got about an eighth of the way done. He is chugging at the chuggle-meter. It said 45 ounces, but it's actually 36 ounces. He's about halfway done. Oh, quarter of the way. Quarter of the way left.
Fuck, I'm so full already.
You did good.
That's close.
You
You're
did
only at
good.
half of a Snapchat.
Should we take good effort?
God, I hate the way the young people measure things these days.
That's 10 seconds. Fuck. That's my good effort. I'm at the good
One more
effort
swig.
line.
One more swig.
No. Let's not make him hurt himself because we
Okay,
got to
yeah,
have a
don't
shot
hurt
of Red Stag and get to
All
the
right,
story. if
he's
we're gonna
already
try
got
and-
about.
Whoa. All right.
What happened?
Didn't know
What'd
I
you
was
get?
hooked up.
He's hooked up to the Bluetooth. He forgot.
Oh, good way to go, Cody.
I didn't know it. It was automatic. I'm turning on the do not
We need a
disturb.
new producer, by the way.
All
Yeah.
right. Let's send these down to whoever's pouring and get this over.
We're
with, and then we'll,
accepting job applications, right?
Yeah,
For
we're-
OnTapWithTheBoiz
Should
at
we go on?
gmail.com.
Should we go on Indeed?
We should like legitimately
How about I
interview
pour
people.
these?
That'd be really
Three.
fun, actually.
Yeah.
I'd be down.
We'll talk about that next episode,
Obviously-
though. Leave them on a cliffhanger.
I mean, I
Next
could
episode,
technically-
Are you
Okay.
tune in for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pour.
I will technically start the story now while they pour, if I can.
Duncan's the pour.
Lead it off.
All right. So one night we're drinking at Al's bar, just having a good
Now
time.
this is the keg story.
This is the
Yes.
Keg Race
This is the
story.
Keg Race.
Yep.
All right.
And
The
that's-
Keg Race story. Let's just preface this by saying this story in particular is what we had talked one drunken night at Froggy's just down the road
Yep.
about you coming on and just telling this story. This story in particular is kind of the reason why you're here.
Yeah, I'm kind of
So-
worried about being able to have enough time to wrap this up in an hour. There was
Jake,
a
how
lot-
much time do we have left?
Fuck.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we got about 11 minutes left.
Yep, and that's why I figured with this thing rolling, with the way I have to pee when I drink beers, either Weenie can fill in the missing blanks when I head past the camera,
Perfect.
or we can take the breaks. But
We're going to take a break in about 11 minutes.
oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So we'll roll on here.
Once upon a time.
Well, the story starts at Al's Bar. Already great because we're a
Yeah.
sponsor. So,
Yep.
perfect.
And we were probably
Shout out
drinking
to
that,
Al's Bar
actually.
again for the plumber's crack. Thanks again, Al.
Absolutely. And me and Weenie are on the Al's Bar pulling team. We pull our junk in public.
This is the Red Stag.
Hell yeah. We're talking pulling trucks. We do a big Pine County truck pulling.
So for those of you guys that don't know, Jay and Pat are big Derby guys, and Derby here is like
The Pine County
well,
tradition.
it's basically our Olympics.
It's the Catalina wine mixer.
It is the
It's
Catalina
the
wine
fucking
mixer of Pine
Catalina
County.
wine mixer.
I have a
fucking Catalina wine.
beautiful photo of Pat. I think it was not last year, but the
yeah.
year before when we could have one. Of when you smashed your
Face.
lip on that damn
We're
steering
saving
wheel.
Oh,
that
my
for
God.
later.
Well, I'm just saying
Yep, that
pretty
story
hard.
is
that
part of
picture
it.
will be up at some point. It's
But
beautiful.
hey, at least since you brought it up, that's a story he's going to tell later.
Oh hell yeah!
Because we got that drinking story and driving special.
Yeah, no shit. All right, cheers.
Red
All right,
Stag.
here's one. Here's one. Shout out to Nolan Rector and Eric Charbonneau. Here's up to it. Here's down to it. If you get to it before I get to it, and you don't do it, then leave me to it, because I'm so goddamn used to it.
I was about to shut your mic off. That's delicious.
It's a lot
as
more
well.
smooth than I thought it would be.
Oh, yeah. If you both
Dalton.
never had that before, it's easy
First
to hurt
time.
that bottle.
I didn't hate any of that.
Dalton. Dalton has a look on his face when he took that. He sat back in his chair. This is for the audio visual. He sat back in his chair. He looked off into the distance, and that was a look of, I'm gonna get fucked up tonight. Oh shit! That
This
was
is
good.
first day back up north in a week.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Well, he was the
It's
one
good to
that
be
let
back.
us in tonight, and I told him flat out, I says, I know you guys already got a sponsor for the shot, but I brought this bottle so we could finish this during the
is
podcast.
good.
So throughout the story, we will be taking more shots of the
Oh,
Red
boy.
Stag.
all right.
Deal.
Might as well pour another one while you're
Yeah, you
explaining
get
the
to
story.
it, and I'll keep going. Oh, God. So,
Okay, go for it.
So we're
Sorry.
drinking at Al's Bar. My buddy calls me up. He's like, hey, the hockey team has been winning this keg race here in Crookston for the college for the last, 3-4 years. He says, can you put together a team to come up and win? I'm like, I'll do what I can. So,
Let's
Benny and
pull
Weenie-
out the big belts.
Yep, Benny or his brother Benny and Weenie were both there. I'm like, yeah, I know we can drink. I know Munson can drink because Jordan Munson invited us up there. That's right. I'm putting you out there, Munson. You're getting tagged in this when I share it on Facebook. But,
This one will be our first episode premiering on Facebook, actually.
you're kidding me.
This is the first episode premiering on Facebook.
Well, then we got to have a shot for that then, don't we?
So hopefully this is a big milestone.
You know
I didn't
what
mean
the
to cut
thing
you
is?
off.
This
Continue.
is also your
But
first
yeah, this is the
Christmas
first one.
special, so we'll probably
This
have to have
is.
another shot after that.
This is the first Christmas special, first episode
We're
premiered on
getting
Facebook.
so fucking drunk today.
So if you're,
Merry Christmas,
tuned in
boys.
with us, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Hi, Mom.
So anyways, he says, put together a team. We want you to come to Crookston. We're doing a keg race.
We got to beat the hockey team.
Yeah.
So
it's
it's
huge.
it's an 8-gallon
them
keg,
hockey guys.
and it's supposed to be like an 8-person team. You're supposed to have like a gallon per person type thing on the keg.
Like, that don't sound too bad.
Yeah, all right,
No,
whatever.
yeah.
You know, we can still drink a little bit at Al's bar tonight, so we got hammered at Al's bar in Nostrovia.
Shit.
Zimbabwe.
Suma lama dooma lama.
And
They're getting better.
One
The
for the
next-
Christmas special. Hey, one for the Christmas special too.
yeah, that's right.
Anyways, I'm sorry. I don't
Welcome
mean
back,
to keep interrupting.
Dalton.
Sorry.
Go, keep going.
Dalton
We're
has
gonna
left
get
the
through
chat.
So yeah, we the next morning we wake up and it was me, Benny, and Weenie, and we were the only ones that were left in the group that wanted to go that did. So it was up to us to bring the beer. We headed to the liquor store in town, and I said we need an 8-gallon keg. The guy's like, okay, let me check what we got. He comes back. He says, would you like a keg of green beer, like from St. Patty's Day?
Yeah,
I'm
I was
like,
gonna
well,
say-
wasn't St. Patty's Day damn near a month ago? He's like, well, yeah.
But you know what's crazy about that though is like they get ready for distribution at least a month or two ahead of St. Patrick's Day.
Well, no, I know that, but this was a month after.
I know. So the thing's been sitting there extra long, not since St. Patrick's
Like
Day.
2 months.
right.
It's
Yeah,
been
2
Yeah,
months.
at least.
And I know your family's kosher, so you'll appreciate this portion of the story. Thank you for being the only one that got that. That's how I can tell I was right. And so the guy looks at me, he's like, do you want the green keg? I'm like, well, do I get it cheaper? He says, well, I don't know if I can do that. I says, well, it's been sitting here for a month and it's green, so I'm not going to be able to tell if it's molded or not. So how much for the keg? Okay, we can do it cheaper. We throw the keg in the van. We got a bucket for the ice. We figure we get the ice when we get to Crookston. A 5-hour drive, the ice ain't going to make it. We bring some big mugs like this up there.
Comma.
And, comma.
Pause.
And we head our way to Crookston, stopping at White Castle for breakfast. That was the first bad decision in a long line of them on this story.
Yes, it was.
Because if you actually order White Castle burgers, they're not bad for breakfast. But if you order the White Castle breakfast when you're hungover from the night before, yep.
But what if you're wearing the White Castle Christmas sweater?
Well, he explodes like a bomb. That's what the lights are
Well,
for. They're a timer.
I actually
The
had
bad
like,
decision was the crave case we also got for the drive up.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. So now you're 60 sliders.
Well, I mean, we
in
had
inventory.
We didn't eat them all, but we stacked them in there just like the video games y'all
Yeah.
talk about, and I get
Yep.
that because I played a few in my day.
You're talking about Tetris here?
No, not quite. No, I hated Tetris, but the original Super Mario, hell yeah.
Okay.
Man, hell yeah.
Yeah, so you got 60 sliders in inventory.
Yes, sir, and we headed off towards Crookston with this 8-gallon keg of green beer that's a month old. We figure, hell yeah. let's
Crookston's
do
This is
that.
how all good
long
stories
fucking
start.
5.5
Oh, yeah.
hours.
That's a haul,
Hey,
brother.
when my buddy called me up
Yeah.
and says, I need the Keg Race team to come up here and beat the hockey team, yeah, you fucking right. We'll come 5
Hell yeah.
hours for that.
Right.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Preferably, we'd like to go to a different state and compete in the Keg Race. Just so we can say we've taken it out of the
Exactly.
state we've been in.
Yep. Hell yeah.
So we get up there, and the first thing we had to do once we met Munson is we needed to use the bathroom, as White Castle will do to you.
absolutely.
Like, if I'm going to tell a story, I cannot leave this out. So we go to the bathroom at Walmart, as is tradition. If you're going to blow up a bathroom, you go and do it to a corporate bathroom.
Yeah, Sam
And,
Walton would have loved it.
Fuck Jeff
Absolutely.
Bezos.
So I ended up getting to the handicrapper a little first because that is the golden Cadillac of stools to shit on. Me and Tyler and Weenie understand here.
Number one
because,
priority stall.
Like you
Absolutely.
short fellas, I don't know how you can really push well with your feet not touching the ground.
Yeah, I don't know how Dalton and Tyler do it, but I can't because I'm a tall guy.
That's true. That's true. I've been hearing that all night. And, so we get in there and we figure, oh, hell, let's start the day off with right. Let's make a story here. So let's play battle shits. So Benny and Weenie sit down to play battle shits. Or no, you were
No,
second.
I was outside. I just had to take a piss.
He was scorekeeper.
So, yeah, basically.
He was the judge, the
I walk
referee.
in.
so to
Technically,
speak.
he was because he stood next to the towel
Yeah.
dispenser and waited for us since we were in a place we didn't know. He didn't want to stand awkwardly outside of the bathroom.
Right. That
But
makes
the
So just stand
best
awkwardly
part
inside
was
the bathroom.
They're
Oh, yeah.
in the middle of their battle shit, so they're just wreaking havoc, you know. And I'm sitting there pissing, and this other guy comes in, you know, and I'm
Old
sitting there
fella.
trying
Gray-haired.
not to laugh, and they're just blowing it up, continuing. And this old guy just zips up, walks right out the bathroom. I'm dying laughing.
no
They
hand
come
wash, no
out.
nothing.
Oh, dude. He
Oh,
just,
that's
He didn't
that's
even
very
piss, did he?
that's not very in character for an old guy
Oh,
to not
dude.
hand wash.
Oh,
You must have really offended
it
him.
smelled so bad in there, and the noises were.
Oh, and we just hear
I can
Weenie
only
laughing, which
imagine.
threw me off. I'm like, Weenie, what the hell are you laughing about? He's like, this old guy come walking in, heard Benny let loose, just stopped, looked up, turned around, walked back out.
Yeah.
Now, Benny, explain Benny.
Benny-
How tall?
Well, I'm 6'2", 300. Weenie's 6'4".
Benny's 6'5", 400.
Yeah, right in there.
Damn,
So
this
he's a
side of
big
the
guy.
table is some
Big
He's
guy.
a big guy.
Big guy.
I know
Yeah.
it doesn't look like
For me
it by
to
the
say
video.
he's a big guy.
But
Yeah,
he pours
yeah.
concrete, so he's fucking just
Yeah.
Yeah,
stocky.
all brawn, no brain. People will get that joke that need to get that.
Yeah. He's a big fucking guy. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
No, actually, Benny's very smart, but that's why we brought him with for the keg race, because we knew he could mathematically figure out how much he had to drink and then do more than his part because he was thirsty. That and he'd also drive. So we got up there, and
Statute of limitations, you're fine.
oh no, it's fine. No, he wasn't drunk on the way up. I mean, hung over.
We're plenty hungover.
Yeah, I mean, I can't guarantee what the hungover percentage was if he could have blown on the whistle and succeeded that day or not. But I'm sure on the way back he probably could have. But that's the story for the end of this.
Yeah.
And so after we finished up there, we cut the sleeves off our shirts and shit, and we go to Munson's place where he lived. I'm like, well, where's the keg race at? He's like, well, it's 4 houses over. I'm like, you're shitting me. He's like, no, it's literally 4 houses over. Okay, well, let's go. So Benny throws the keg on his shoulder. Weenie throws the bucket for the keg on his shoulder with all the ice in it. I'm carrying 4 big mugs, and Munson's walking behind me as the captain of our team.
Jay did forget that he also was just recovering from a broken leg.
Yeah,
he
yep,
broke his femur.
Yeah, that's a different story for a different time. Also fantastic.
We'll have 2 more podcasts set up.
Hopefully, that we can film, dude.
So
We can
Jay's
film.
swinging his leg behind.
Well, I wasn't really swinging. I wasn't in a cast. I had the rod and pins in the
Yeah.
femur.
Holy.
But
So
so
he
I'm
was
just
kinda
hobbling
learning
along
how to
because
walk
the
again.
knee was pretty inflamed. And but you know, when your friend calls you for a keg race, you don't let him down with a broken leg or not. You show the fuck up.
Absolutely. Now, hold on 1 second. We're running a little bit long, so we're going to take a bathroom break quick, and then we're going to come right back in with the same story right after a
Deal.
broken leg.
Sounds
All right?
good.
All right. See you in
Oh,
a second.
fuck me, dude. I'm trying to be on this board shit. I'm
lacking.
We're going.
It's time for a bathroom break. The boys will be right back.
Okay, we were just you were on the way to the keg race, and
Yep.
you had a broken leg. Or you
Yep.
just were
Well-
recovering from a broken leg.
We just left the Walmart bathroom, but we got to do a shot here quick. So we're back at On Tap with the Boys.
Lose trying to get
welcome back.
Here's a shot to not having broken legs.
Here's a shot to bathroom breaks.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas.
God, it gets better every time.
I think it actually does.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Shout out to the
Broken
Gammick
leg.
boys for giving us the. Is this Swedish? Swedish chew?
Yeah.
We still got a couple of these things. They're a little strong for
They're
my liking,
stupid strong.
honestly.
I ain't touching that shit.
It hurts
Well, it's
to
not
breathe.
that they're strong. It's just they taste terrible.
I don't taste anything.
I don't know.
It's a COVID joke.
I don't smell or taste anything.
I ain't COVID.
I haven't smelled or tasted anything for weeks.
I'm immune. I've been to Froggies.
Let's talk about the fun days when we could hang out and have keg races.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Here we go.
We're walking to the keg race from Munson's house.
Perfect. Thank you for getting me back.
Hey, boy, Pat.
So we head from Munson's house. Big Benny's got an 8-gallon keg thrown over his damn shoulder like he's
Like
a
a concrete guy
like
shit.
a man, a 6 foot
concrete
6 man
guy
who's-
shit, yeah.
who at this time was probably a solid at 375, but he was more of a, what do you call him? a strongman type of build with a gut, but
Yes.
big.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like an Eddie Hall.
Yes.
Yeah.
I fucking love those guys. Okay, keep
Except
going.
Eddie Hall's not tall. But yeah,
I was
anyway.
gonna say, isn't Eddie Hall
No,
British?
he is tall.
He's
yes,
British.
he is. But he
Why
is
did you
tall.
bring
He's
up
like
a Brit?
6'2".
Why did you bring up he is 6'2", but why did you bring up a British guy on an American podcast? You could have brought up the 4-time
Hold on a
strongest
second.
man.
Listen.
I mean, there's 3 other guys on
But
that
he's
show.
got the tummy. He's got the belly.
Yeah,
and
Eddie
if
Hall does have
If
a
you
gut.
saw him in the
You don't
grocery
have
store,
a
you'd
gut.
be like, he is
He got rid of it,
stealthily
though.
big.
He's shredded now.
Yes.
Eddie Hall's fucking shredded
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
I saw a picture on the one show. He used to be fat as hell. It was kind of adorable.
He's fucking shredded.
Yeah.
now.
we could go on all day with this.
Yeah,
So
we
anyways,
could.
he's got the keg over his shoulder.
Yeah,
and
looking like Eddie Hall.
Yeah,
He's Pong as hell.
Yeah, that's right. Just hanging it out. And we all got bibs on with sleeveless belt gang derby shirts.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
That's right. I've been waiting for a reason to hear that sound tonight, and that was the perfect place to throw that. Yeah, we brought the Pine County right to these fine folks in Crookston that had never been there before.
I think I was conceived in Crookston.
That's too bad. Anyways,
Don't they do beats? They're about them beats, aren't they?
no, not really. It was nothing to do like music. You young kids
No,
are on to that. We were there for drinks, Dalton. We were there for
Jay, I'm
drinks. not
talking about the
music.
veggie table.
No. Yeah, sugar beats.
You young kids.
He's talking
I'm
sugar
talking about
beets.
sugar beets.
Sugar beets.
What the hell's that?
Crystal Sugar, all the Crystal Sugar beets out in North Dakota. Crookston does do sugar beets. Yes, that's beyond
Anyway.
the fact. Yes.
Jay, go ahead.
Well, that's new to me. That apparently wasn't a thing
He's
back
a big
when I was out
farmer.
there. I
No,
don't know
Dalton's a
if-
big farmer.
No,
He
I
likes
just
to
got a
talk
buddy
farm.
that used to drive for him.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
sugar beets. Now it makes sense. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I put it together. Sorry, I'm a little slow today. I prepared for this podcast. But,
Perfect.
so, Weenie's behind Big Benny. He's got one of them small plastic totes on his shoulder with the ropes
ice?
and the ice in there. I'm behind them with 4 mugs about that size, 2 in each hand.
50 ounces. Give
I
or
was
take
a
10.
push-up bra away from one of the gals that brings you a beer at Oktoberfest in Germany.
Hell yeah.
And behind me is Munson, who's just the captain of the team, just coming behind us. Nice. One of them hits me in the eye, I'm hitting you in the eye.
And this one guy,
That's the only bottle I
he yells out,
Yeah, no, I'm getting there, but as we're, like, literally, it's like a movie. Like, you see these scenes on a movie when there's this big-ass party going on in a college town that's like something like a keg race. It's like you'd expect. I wasn't sure what to expect when I got up there, but we come walking in, and there's this big fucking crowd of people, cars everywhere, and we had to, like, split the people because Munson was in front of us leading the way at that point because we're like, dude, we ain't walking in there with Benny in front.
Yeah,
We don't
it's
know
his
where we're
deal.
going. Yeah,
It's his deal.
Your
Yeah.
deal, you take it. So he starts splitting the crowd up, and there's probably 100 and some people at this place. We just walk through this crowd, and as we're about halfway through, this other big dude turns around, sees us walk by. The first thing he sees is like Benny.
Oh, fuck.
From me to whatever this shit is over here that looks like one of these things they made to film one of them.
Don't look in the
horror movies.
light. Don't look in the light.
And follow the light. Take me away. I'm done. But I've had a good run. Anyways. So we're walking in. This big guy turns around, sees Benny first, sees Weenie, sees me, sees Munson. And he just bellers out. He's like, I'm not even on their fucking team, but my money's on these guys to win. We're like, well, now here's something to live up to, son of a bitch, you know, whatever. So we get there, and they had officials and everything. It was actually a pretty... The one thing that made me happy was a pretty professional event. They had
Really?
judges for each keg.
No shit.
Apparently, the only thing they weren't keeping rules for, like the judges had to tap your keg.
Okay.
They had to pick the keg up first to make
sure
sure,
it was
that it was
full.
full and all
Yep.
that.
They weigh 'em?
Absolutely.
if you puked, you were out.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
You-
fair. Yeah, you
great
can't
call.
reboot. You
Yep.
can't
Great
reboot.
call.
No, you could roam and drink, but you couldn't come back from it.
Yep.
And we're like, okay, you know, whatever. Oh, well, we got 7 people. We had me, Benny, Weenie, Munson, a gal we went to high school with, and then 2 people from up
picked
there, and
up-
one of them had a broken bottom leg, so he was in a boot.
We have one
Fucking
guy in a
handicap.
boot.
Nice.
Team H,
There's a lot of broken legs.
Team Good Parking.
The chick was
Heard that.
Handicap.
So what they started the keg race with was, oh shit, I keep forgetting
let's
there's
go.
buttons here. That threw me off. But anyways. So how they started the keg race was they had a foot race where all the teams started at one end and you couldn't start drinking until every member of your team was at the keg. That actually worked to our advantage. We were the furthest keg from the start. We had 2 crippled people that got a pass to just stand there and wait at the keg for the rest of their team.
Fuck yeah.
Decent.
So since we also had the smallest team, we were only waiting, the 2 of us, for 5 more motherfuckers to show up here.
What
and we
were
could start drinking.
the sizes of the? So you said you guys was 7.
Yeah, we had
What
7.
are we talking for the other sizes?
You could tell the 2 hockey teams because they had probably 25 people apiece.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's why they fucking win.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep, and another reason they won
there.
was because they would have teammates. Since Roman drinking was a thing, they had these beer bongs that probably held a gallon of beer. So they'd fill them up, they'd take the beer bong, and then they'd throw up and then spill the rest of it.
What's this?
And then that person's out.
That person's
Yeah,
out, but
well,
there's
they
20
just
more
got rid
people
of
to
them.
step in place.
What are you
just got rid
saying?
of
Rome. Is it Roman drinking or Rome?
Roman drinking.
Roman.
If you ever follow competitive eating, there's a thing called Roman eating where you can throw up and keep eating. But most competitive eating competitions,
So what's? Sorry, explain it to me. What's that mean for the competition? You probably already said it, but
it just means that
It just means you're out when you throw up.
so you personally are out.
yes,
So, like you just
if
said,
you
Not
threw
the
up,
team.
you are out. The
you
team
can
is
slam
not
beers
out.
and
team.
puke, and then
Yes.
somebody
So
else.
done.
Yeah, so you could take a
Then you
gallon
can
funnel
watch.
on, only get as much down as you can hold, throw it back up, and
Yeah.
just dump the rest on the ground.
Oh,
And apparently
that
thought that was
seems
phenomenal.
cheap.
Well, yeah, when you come from this county, that's a cheap way of
You're
drinking
damn
beer.
right.
You're
Yeah,
wasting
hey,
beer.
That's coming from a guy that can't chug beer unless he's on the Grand Canyon. So
Well, yeah, and that was you. I saw that. That was a good video.
That was beautiful.
Note to everyone around: if you take a beer from Cottonwood, Arizona, and bring it up to the Grand Canyon, it pressurizes a lot because it's 3,000 feet. Okay, that's why I got shot in the damn eye.
Isn't altitude neat?
Yeah, I just went wham. It was like
God bless.
That was
science.
awesome. That made for a great video.
I was
did.
like Bill Nye, damn it.
That thing got you in the face like you were Mia Khalifa.
Science. rules.
Definitely Dalton.
Nice tabs on the ding with that. I see you got your hand back in
He's
the plate.
ready.
I keep fucking changing boards so
He's
much.
familiar
I'm
with
like-
the board
I'm
now.
like, shit, I want this one. I want
He's
this one.
trying to DJ now.
Yeah.
Go, dude.
But where was I at, Weenie?
So you were at, we had the foot race.
You're doing a foot race.
I love it.
Oh, yeah, yep. Oh, yeah, the official tapping. So once they got the keg down, the officials walked through and tapped each keg together
Yep.
to make sure they were filled.
Yep.
Well, everybody else had them crappy-ass Bronco pumps that they give you now. Them things, I wouldn't stick them in my ass if they felt good.
Hot
Terrible.
take.
But our
They're
sponsor,
terrible.
Al, hooked us up with a very nice
Yep,
tap.
it was one of them. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember, but back in the day, they used to have these long throw taps.
Yep.
with the
Yeah.
Black ball on the
Yeah,
top.
black ball on the
Yep.
top, the real
Hell
long
those
yeah.
are old because when I worked at like Chubby's and stuff, that was still on there.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but that's because Quint owns Chubby's and Quint's old
Nah,
school.
this is listen. This is before Quint.
Oh,
You'd shove
When
one
it
of
was
those
Matt.
up your ass if it felt good.
no, but I own about 6 or 7 of them, so if I ever thought about it, I could let you know.
Also on next episode is things that Jay would shove in his ass.
And that's not one of them either.
All right. Keep going.
So,
Official keg tapping.
yep, so they come around and they get to our keg, which was the last one on the line, because, of course, you put the out-of-towners the furthest for the foot race, and you put
Yep.
the champions on the front. Whatever. So the guy hammers our tap in, and at first he was a little confused. He knew he had to put it in and twist it and lock this thing down, but we had a pour spout coming off it and everything with a fucking handle.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, this was classy as shit.
was
Al's
nice.
Bar, again, donated this tap for this. I mean,
Hell yeah.
Al's Bar. Shout
why,
out.
That's why we're Al's Bar pulling team at the Pine County
know,
Fair.
we
We,
might as
pull
well
our
celebrate
junk in public.
With
Here's
another
the deal.
shot of the
We
plum
should.
brandy.
Yep.
We might as
Here's
well.
the deal.
Punch
is
the head and twist,
The
dude.
thing that sucks is that no one's gonna be able to find Al's Bar because
It's not real.
That's the point of
it's-
it.
I mean,
the
you
funny
need to
part
get on the
is
black
we
web to
almost
find it.
got Al to go with to this keg race.
Really?
Yes.
That
Well,
would have
he's not
been
a-
interesting.
He's not a beer drinker, though, is he?
But he will
He
if
will if he's got a competition.
So here, that's kind of the bit with Al's Bar is like, where the fuck is Al's Bar?
Well, absolutely.
That's the thing.
Is there not stickers yet like that?
Yeah, I haven't.
t-shirts?
We have
T-shirts.
Okay, where? Yeah, that's what it was. I
There's
remember
t-shirts
seeing that.
like that. And
Where
the
the fuck
stickers
is
that
Al's
we
Bar?
got on our pulling trucks are about 3 feet long and
I think that's where I saw it.
8 inches tall that say
that
Al's
the-
Bar.
was
We
that
pull
the
our
Derby?
junk in public.
As I don't mean to interrupt the story, and I like where this progression is going, but
no
how
worries.
can OnTap sponsor some pulling trucks and derby trucks?
We already got a
Give
couple
me some
derby cars.
stickers.
Yeah.
We're in.
Like I need
We got
stickers.
one up on the desk right now, don't we?
And
Derby
actually,
sticker.
one thing I want to say is with the paint jobs we're planning on putting on our Imperials for this year, I would like you guys to make a video. What I'm thinking is like me, Weenie, and Tyler. We each get Speedos. And
Yes.
you take like you're shooting
Yes.
attractive women posing on
Yep.
cars. We just pose on
Yep.
our derby shit.
Okay.
And you guys just
I'm in.
do a really nice
Hear
shoot
me
of
out.
that.
A calendar.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yes.
I've been wanting to do a
a
Fat Men of
calendar
demo.
fundraiser for the Derby.
I've been wanting to do a Men of yes.
I like
Men of the Derby.
Yes, I've
I'm
been
in
wanting
with
to do a
this.
Men of the Derby calendar forever and just put
Yes.
like the hairiest
You
bastards
think
on there.
Weimer will get on there?
Yes.
Weenie, since
Yes.
we're doing a calendar, we need to have fat and hairy people on there, right?
Yeah.
So we should get Shane Roach since he's the hairiest motherfucker I know.
We could get Dano the silverback.
Oh, baby.
Okay, nobody. Okay, this is what's bad for viewers. Okay, because nobody knows who the fuck we're talking about right now.
This is
Yeah.
Tucker's dad.
Yeah.
I
But
know.
okay,
No, I know.
The man, the myth, the legend.
okay. All right. Cheers. We'll drink to that.
Yeah,
All right.
prost.
Drink to.
Shout out to
Dano.
Thomas Crack and Al's Bar.
To Dano, Shane's shoulder
Shadavaka,
pads.
Shadave, or I don't know, something like that. Yeah.
Miska, muska, mauska, tool.
Exactly. Exactly.
So anyway,
Mouse Club.
Hold on. If you think there should be a Derby calendar,
Let us know.
Put it in the comments.
yeah, fucking put it in the comments like this video. Let us know. We'll do it.
I mean, is a $20 bill too much to give up to support a good cause?
Hell no. Hell no.
I think
You
this
get
video
the
needs to make.
I lost a $20 bill on the job site today.
Here's the thing.
I'd
Here's the
rather
thing.
spend it on a calendar.
We're gonna make this a thing. This calendar is gonna be a real thing, and you're probably right on the money. $20 is a good dollar point, I think.
Yeah, $20 calendar. That's what you pay
It's
anywhere.
gonna go for beer, Derby, and beer.
Yeah.
That's it.
Perfect.
Isn't that the purpose of,
I
money?
really enjoy this conversation right now, but I'd love to finish this story.
Okay.
And then we
Yeah.
can, and then we can
Sorry.
sidetrack like a motherfucker.
Anyways, Keg Race.
Good.
Sorry, everyone.
Where were we?
We're at official tapping our keg.
Yep.
Still.
punch the head and
Oh,
twist.
no. They tapped the kegs. You were last.
No. I know we're right there.
Yep.
So the guy went to hammer ours on, and as soon as he twisted it and locked it down the whole way up, we're arguing. We're like, which way on this handle is open or closed? So we agreed on the one we thought was closed. Apparently we were wrong. So
It
when the
was
dude
open.
tapped the fucking keg, it blasted a big load of green foam onto his forearm.
Yeah.
It was also
And he-
riding in the back of a van for 5.5
Yeah,
hours.
okay, that
so
makes
it wasn't
sense.
cold by any means. It was fucking room temperature.
Also, it was shaken up. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
big deal
Yeah.
with these kegs.
It's hard to get
As
kegs
soon
to
as you
float.
tap them things, if they've been in any
All
sort
you
of
get is
movement,
foam.
Yep.
yeah.
Whoa.
So we tapped this. It just soaks the dude's forearm in this green goo.
Did you tell him it was green?
No.
No.
This is a good
Please, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
he looks up at us. He's like, "Do you guys know your beer's green?" I'm like, "Yeah, we
It's
got it-
moldy."
We got it cheaper, dude."
This fucking guy is just like,
Dude, he was agreeing with that guy that walked in and said, "I'm not on their team, but these fuckers should win." And folks, not to crush your dreams, we didn't win, but we'll get there.
But it was better.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, the teams with 20 people apiece, we're gonna get first and second. So it was a competition for third and fourth because there was only 4 teams. Needless to say, I think in little less than a half hour, 8
It
of
was
us.
17 minutes.
Was it 17 minutes?
Yeah. 17 minutes we drank that 8-gallon keg.
you got an 8-gallon keg done in 17 minutes.
Yeah, the 7 of us. And
I mean, we
the
tried.
chick
Like
and
Munson, the team captain, took one for the team because when we were right down after the first and second place teams, because you had to finish your keg and then pull it out, run up the hill, and set it down next to the train tracks. And it was a short hill. It was 20 feet or so,
Yeah.
but.
Bitch ass hill.
So Munson looked. That's right. You know, I do that on leg day, but
On leg day.
that's my walk. Shit, I haven't worked out in
Broken
20
leg
years.
day.
But fucking.
So
yeah.
we pour the last one out of a
We
mug
pour like
that.
everything on Munson. He's got this gallon empty milk jug. And
I
he
had to
just
finish the last one though because
You were the last.
Yeah,
Yes, you were because it was just
because
me, Benny, and
Munson
Johnson that
finished
ran
his,
up
and
the
I was
hill,
pouring mine in a mug about that size,
and it ran out.
and it ran out, and they all looked at me and they're like, "Well, you gotta finish it out." And I'm like, "Well, at least it's Roman drinking. I can finish it, but I'm throwing it the fuck out."
Yep.
I hammer it down, and it was just a big stream of green coming out my mouth.
It was like a fucking
there's
starting
people-
flag. It was like the green flag.
Yeah, and everyone's fucking staring at me going, what the fuck? Because no one else knew we had green beer. Yeah, they're like, what the fuck?
You 7 and the judge were like, I know what's up, but everyone else was like, oh my God.
The other teams looked up. They're like, what the hell? As me and Benny and this other gal that didn't throw up are just like sprinting past this starting flag of a green flag of Weenie's puke.
And Jay's recovered, from a broken leg, so he gets up the hill. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hobbling up the hill like a jackass. Like, of course, I'm the one who's got to not puke and fucking have to run up the hill when I got a pin and rod in my femur. You could take an x-ray. It was still fractured at that time. And I'm trying to hobble up the hill to get third.
To get third. So you guys got third then. With 7 people versus people with 25.
But here's where the story gets
this
good.
is where the story starts.
Shit,
That's where it starts.
starting because the keg race was at noon. We finished the keg, it took about an hour to get through the keg race.
Okay, so it's 1 p.m.
And then when it finished, the keg race there, everybody else that was participating decided, we got to go home, take a nap. Well, we're from Pine County. I'm sorry, we don't drink like that. We still have day left.
There's no intermittent.
No, I'm going to sleep when I'm done for the day, and alcohol will tell me when I'm done for the day, so I might as well consult alcohol right now.
The liquor's calling the shots now, Randy.
Speaking of the liquor calling the shots, let's get a shot of liquor while we're finishing this story.
I blame you.
I think
Jim Beam. And that's why we brought it.
Jim.
And
Red's Tag. Yeah, let's go.
so everybody heads home to take a nap. We walk down the 4 houses we came from. And fortunately for our host, he had a 16-gallon keg that was already chilled. That we stuffed the tap handle on there and started drinking with. Well, so all of us decided to kill some time. We're playing beer pong outside.
Watching everyone else leave and go home for a nap.
Oh, no, this is everybody else already had done that.
Hold on. Are you playing catch or no catch for beer pong?
We don't remember.
I don't care. No, we're the like early beer. Yeah,
I'm gonna say no catch because it's not Pine County.
We were.
no
seems to be a Pine
catch.
County
No catch. You can blow, but you cannot catch.
Gotcha.
No,
You can only catch on double bounce.
we were playing catch because Benny.
Well, I'll get there.
Yeah.
I'm working there, bud. I'm working there. Why don't you slide one of them shot glasses down unless you
Sorry.
want both of them, you fucking alcoholic.
Damn right I do.
My name's Jay and I'm an alcoholic. Oh, is that not why I'm here? Oh, okay, sorry.
Cheers.
Wrong meeting.
Is this on tap with the boys?
It
This
is.
is.
It is.
And that's what I love.
Cheers.
More boys.
Hi, Mom.
I thought you guys were going before you drank it.
It's really not that bad.
I was.
And you call yourself a lush.
So we start drinking in Munson's.
Yeah, we start drinking at Munson's, and the best thing we could do, like, it's me, Weenie, Benny, Munson, and then this gal we went to high school with. So I'm trying to put the Mac down on her. I skipped a part. I skipped one part that I forgot that we got to get to for later in the story. On the way up, Weenie looks at me, he says, dude, what's the secret to getting women? I says, honestly, dude, at this point in time in our life, the easiest way to get with a woman is just look her square in the eyes and basically give her some line like, hey, baby, when am I going to get a crack at that ass?
Dude. Who gave you that advice?
Me. I gave him that advice.
On the way up.
I gave him that advice on the way up.
Okay, hell yeah.
I said, dude, that's just all you got to do. I says, we're going to go to a fucking keg race, man.
For the listeners,
Yeah.
Jay's significant other is behind the cameras.
Yeah. Yeah, my other
For a
half is
reason,
over
she
there,
says.
and this is her favorite story.
Did you
Mine's
pull that?
in Vegas or something.
Did you pull that on her?
No, dude, no, I could tell you that story later. That's if we go 2 hours tonight. We'll get there when we get there. And so, yeah, we're back at Munson. We're drinking. That's the crew that's there. He showed us where everything is, how to navigate the house. So we're playing beer pong, and a ball bounces off the table and starts heading off the deck as Big Benny is facing Munson. And Benny goes to chase after this ping pong ball. Now, mind you, we're not up very far. You know, the deck is one of those that's just off the first story, so it's up like, 6 inches there. I'm not a construction guy. I weld.
Might have been 8. There was 3
maybe 8
stairs
inches.
to get up.
Yeah, there was 3 stairs to get up.
Call it 8.5 to be fair.
Yeah.
The Minnesota, like the honesty here is just terrible. Hey, he's lying. It wasn't 6, it was 8.
The amount of people that have told me my stories are bullshit, I like to make sure I include enough details to tell them to get fucked.
Someone's gonna go there and be like, "Yeah, it was 7
But the deck
3/4."
had like a 4-foot railing all the way around it.
4 or
Except for-
4.5?
Well, it's
Dude, I know this is an expensive microphone. I will hit you if you bring measurements into this. We're not math people right now.
You're doing a great job at painting the picture, and I thank you for that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I love it.
Audio visual is incredible.
This will be on audible.com.
Dude, I told Cody this story would last a bit.
I'm going to go to sleep.
That's fine. I'm fine with long stories.
Big Benny's chasing this ping pong ball, and he didn't remember in his drunken state that there was a fucking railing or that he was even, elevated from the
on
ground.
the deck.
So at his height, it'd be like a 3-foot railing hooking Tyler. It hooks you right in the waist. You fly over it in a beautiful cartwheel. A fat man.
Most of your man is up above that railing. For
Oh,
sure.
yeah. And the big man went right over that and just hit the ground hard. We heard him hit. Next thing we hear is, "You all right?" He's like, "I got the ping pong ball."
Muntz's bush did not live through it, though. He had like a bush on the outside of his deck, and Benny just smushed it right down.
Should have been standing there.
Benny wrecked that bush like it was 80s porn.
Heard that.
This is what I was talking
You
about.
are now listening.
Oh, fuck me.
I was hoping
I'm
for the
bad.
yes, daddy, but you fucked up.
I
there,
know.
Tyler.
I was trying to. I hit the wrong button. I went too many pages.
When you miss it,
Yes, Daddy.
There we go.
when you miss it like that, you just gotta look at Jake, and Jake will make that sound like it was perfect.
No, he's got no. We're not giving him that word.
Jake, don't edit it at all. Just leave it. Make it horrible.
I probably can't hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You'll hear me later.
All right, so Benny has already fallen over the railing.
Yeah.
So Benny gets back up, and as he's walking around the table to get back to his side, he's heading towards a beer. And what Munson didn't tell us is there was a weak board in the deck. Well, Benny steps on it, kind of trips a little bit. He broke it, but he didn't make a hole with it. This will come into play later in the story. So we keep drinking out of this keg and having a good time. We're pissing around the side of this house. And I mean, mind you, we're not out in the country. We're downtown, right next to the railroad tracks. Good neighborhood of Crookston, right next to the tracks there.
Absolutely beautiful. Right, the tracks is the best place.
Actually, it was. It honestly was.
It actually was really nice.
And the neighbor was this Mexican guy that I don't know how big of a family they hauled there in one truck, but oh shit, that's right. I'm on.
okay.
Anyways, he was a nice guy, and he was grilling, and he was asking us what we're doing. I'm like, well, we're drinking, we're partying. He's like, oh, that's cool, So he cooked chicken for a few of us. The amount of chicken they cooked up was phenomenal.
Had some bomb hot sauce.
Oh yeah,
Oh, hell yeah.
Frank's.
It was homemade. He was
better than
he'd be
Frank's.
He'd be like, "Hey, is that hot?" And I'm like, "No, that's not terribly hot." And he'd yell something to his wife in the house, and all of a sudden,
Caliente.
she come out with something else, and I tried. It's a little hotter. I'm like, "It's good, but it's not that hot." And by the end of the night, my eyes were just watery. It was so hot.
Caliente is definitely the word.
Tasting good.
It's hot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, caliente is hot.
Yeah.
Caliente. Yeah.
Yeah, caliente is hot. Muy caliente.
Very hot.
Yeah. Good. Somebody speaks Spanish. I just regurgitate it.
We're big Spanish guys here.
Yeah, I can tell.
This is what I sound like.
Motherfucker.
This is what I sound like talking Spanish. I'm sandwich.
I keep
All right,
waiting
today's
for you
episode is sponsored by Jim Beam Red Stag.
Dude, I keep waiting for you to hit that
Speaking of
goddamn
which-
button that gets us back to that Iranian fucking rap music.
I don't have. That's not a button. That was on my phone.
That's so disappointing because that shit was fun.
That was shout out to that episode because that one stands out more than the rest of them. And Tyler shit on me so much for that episode title. Tyler Bing Bong Ding Plage.
Did I shit on you, though?
Ding.
No, because okay,
He was
that
pissed.
was
He
my
That is
pissed.
that was
entirely
my
why I
fucking
clicked on
idea,
it.
bro. I fucking nailed that whole bit, bro.
He was pissed that I named the
Bruh.
episode Tyler Bing Bong Ding Plagic or whatever. Then that's the one that seems to be everyone's favorite. And you remember it because that was the stupidest fucking title of all of them.
I'm a big Corky Buchek guy.
Dude, he's not wrong. That music did slap. But the problem is if you actually listen to it, like if you pull it up, I'll prove it to you. But if you listen to it, it sounds like the guy is so uneasy rapping. Like he seems nervous as he's rapping. The voice just doesn't sound right. I mean, but it slaps.
Well, I
But
don't
it
know.
slaps.
Some about Osama or something. I don't fucking hear. But like
Osama bin Dalton.
Corky Buchek.
You were talking all that shit about our generation, but then you say stuff like slaps.
I was gonna say we're at that point where we need to realize if we're gonna go off on a tangent and just fucking hammer liquor, finish
We're
this
doing
bottle.
a 2-hour night. That's what I'm here for. It's the
gonna
Christmas
happen.
spectacular. This is the first episode hitting YouTube. Why can't we go 2 hours?
Facebook.
It's no longer special. It's spectacular.
The girlfriend's waving the finger at me to get back to the story. So it must mean that's where we're at. Where was I, Weenie?
You were about to tell me about my luck on the ladies.
No, I'm getting there. Yep.
I heard Pat fucks hard.
So people start now. I got it. So people started showing up after I've done like what Weenie did with the Mexican guy next door. Like his food was great because I mean Hispanic people cook delicious food. That's what I hate about growing up in the Midwest. I remember hearing on your podcast that you don't even use salt and pepper when you go out to eat.
I don't. I'd never touch salt and pepper at all, ever.
You fucking
God damn.
I know.
That's what I hate about being Midwestern because I grew up
I'm white.
actually enjoying flavors and things. Like ketchup isn't spicy for me, so it's been hard. But
Mayonnaise is.
Shout out Joe Dahl. Shout out Joe Dahl because literally table pepper is hot.
You mean jalapeno Joe?
Jesus. Jalapeno Joe.
Let's get some more shots flowing here. We got to finish this bottle.
shit.
All right, we got to finish the red stag. Pour another one.
So, all right, I'm taking a piss around the side of this house, and like I told Weenie earlier, I says, if you want to get with a woman at these times, since we're going to a college party, the best thing you could say is when I'm going to get a crack at this ass. So as I'm taking a piss, just after I zip up my pants, I turn around, and I'm almost to the stairs of the deck, and I hear, when am I going to get a crack at that ass? I come running up the fucking stairs.
Love to tell you it worked, but
And he's talking to a dude.
No, I'd love to tell you it worked too, because it was the gal I was trying to get with all night. She told me she had a boyfriend, but that didn't slow me down at that particular time because he wasn't there.
He was in the middle of a keg race. He don't give a shit.
Well, you're damn right. After you just drank 8 gallons
no,
of
he
beer,
wasn't
you
even
kinda
there. He was gonna.
Yeah, her boyfriend wasn't there, and she didn't tell us about the boyfriend until Weenie pulled the when am I going to get a crack at that ass joke. And I come around the corner, I looked up, I'm like, Weenie, that is how you play it. But I screamed it, and let's take this shot till I just spilled it.
Cheers
All right.
to Weenie.
We're
Let's
gonna
get a
we're gonna
crack.
take this shot and then we're gonna take a quick bathroom
Okay.
break. We'll be right back.
Let's get a crack at that ass. Let's go.
Yeah.
We are back with On Tap with the Boys, secondhand smoke addiction. Dalton, tell us what you heard when you were a kid.
I said since I was like 17,
17,
hanging out with the Hancock boys.
hanging out with Hancock boys.
I said I don't smoke, but I secondhand like a motherfucker.
Let's go. We're back at it. We're pouring shots. We're gonna get to the end of this story. Mark my fucking words.
I'm not a cig guy, but I'm smoking cigs.
The Christmas drinking
Yeah,
and driving special. We haven't got to the driving stories yet, but they're coming up.
We're
If they ever
drinking.
Let me finish.
Well, yeah, you stay tuned for the driving. Holy fuck, we're definitely finishing this one. Fuck,
Well,
we might
yeah,
get
then
through
we got
that
to
one
work
too.
on the bottom of Al's bottle.
Well, this meet in the
And
middle.
when he says, very sensually, that's right.
He left. I was gonna ask Jake
Ooh,
a
slide
question.
that shot glass down. We got to keep these boys drinking tonight.
Okay, keep going. Keep going.
All right, so I
So-
need you to quick summary the story to this point.
The story to this point is we've gotten 3rd place in the Keg Race. Weenie asked me, how do you get a best chance with a woman? I said,
Yes.
at this age, you might as well just look at her and say, when am I going to crack at that ass?
I used it.
at that ass.
And
He
we've
pulled
got-
it off? He did pull it off
He
or no?
attempted it. He attempted
Okay.
it.
No.
Because if
I
anybody-
respect that
if
shit.
anybody was gonna
Wasn't the
pull-
first attempt.
Was it a
that
Dan
night, though.
Bailey attempt?
No, see, I was slow playing this gal, and it was working well. So when I came back around the corner and seen Weenie pulled this card on her, I couldn't help but just laugh my ass off because it's like, that boy, I know she's going to call her boyfriend now, but she wasn't when I was playing.
Weenie's a god.
That's all I'm saying. Hey, guys, there's a shot in my face. We should drink this.
I think we literally already
Jake,
did.
fix your mic real quick. Your mic's kind of tilted a little bit off to the side.
Oh, sorry. Is that better?
Yeah,
There we got it. There we go.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, that's good.
Jake, I think you'd like this.
Oh. Send that on down to fill that back up a little later. But,
So we're all laughing and drunk.
yeah, we're all laughing and drunk.
Oh shit! We're having
She did-
deja vu.
Yep, she calls her boyfriend to decide, hey, this is getting a little weird since Weenie made the move.
Hey,
I tried.
both these guys said the same line to me. I don't know what's going on.
No, I didn't actually use the same line because her and I had a past, but that's a separate story for a different time. Tune in later.
Just a listener reminder. This is his significant other's favorite story.
He's right. Yep.
No, that's what he said.
say
That's
that.
his words, not
Hey,
mine.
out of all things Dalton
tell us
remembers
that.
right now, he picked up on that.
I heard that.
And by the end of it, we're going to have to carry him up the stairs. But
You know what? I think I will surprise you.
I hope so.
I agree. I agree.
I get drunk fast, but the sustainability is impeccable.
Dude, I've been drinking with Procots for years before I knew you, man. I know what y'all capable of. Y'all good.
Heard that?
It's
Love
in the
the
genes.
Pro-
You hear that, Mom?
It's in the genes.
Dude, I want to
It
get...
is.
What do you wear?
Well, I can tell you right now, it ain't in the skinny ass
32,
ankles.
32.
It's in those. It's in those 32-30s, bro.
Yeah, 32, 32s.
Hey, he's taller than I thought.
I'm a
God, isn't
32,
that nice
30,
to-
boy. What's up?
No,
Isn't that
I'm
nice
not
to-
taller than you thought. I'm thinner than you. Well, thicker. I'm
Boys,
thicker.
isn't that nice to still fit in pants, whereas I have to wear bibs because the only things that not only give me the air conditioning my boys need?
I won't lie. I'm jealous of the bibs.
You should be. Get a pair. That'd bring him back to store.
The only person I know that of my size that can rock bibs is Brian, Sharpeteer. And Brian, good job, buddy.
Fuck yeah. Product of
Shout
Al's
out.
Bar
His
right
dad
there.
is the one making the
Product,
Yeah, dude.
product of Al's Bar.
Yep.
Love it.
Product of Al's nuts.
Hell yeah.
Heard that.
Product of Al's plums. Fucking right.
Well, yeah, I guess there's two jokes there. There's two products Al's, well, three products Al's plums because he's got two boys.
Yep.
Heard that.
Heard that. He's a grandpa. Grandpa Al's bar.
That's true, he
Anyway,
is
where
a
were we
grandpa.
at was fix your damn mic.
Oh, yeah, I did fix the mic. I got the damn
I'll be
drunk.
honest.
Stand up at attention. Give that
I got the
fucker
damn
Viagra.
drunk telling
It's
me
full
I'm not
tilt for
talking into the
Swanson right
mic.
Hey.
I like it sideways.
Put it erect. No, you're good. It sounds fun.
Yeah, you know what? It sounds okay.
My penis
likes
is
it
leaning
all
to the
half
right. My
left
microphone
over.
might as well do the same.
Dalton's off the rails today.
So, anyways, continue.
Yeah.
I don't remember where we're at.
Weenie just told this gal, when can I get a crack at this ass?
She called her boyfriend.
Yep. So she
came
called her
down.
boyfriend, and the boyfriend shows up. I'm talking to him to try to talk him into. Well, actually, there's a part of the story that happened before this.
You're trying to sleep with the boyfriend.
Now you're trying
No.
to fuck the boyfriend. What?
Nope. I ain't as young as you people. I ain't quite turned on to that new stuff.
That shit's fun.
You're just doubling your odds on a Saturday.
Well, you know, kissing the homies goodnight. I
You're just
get it.
doubling your odds on a keg race.
but pretty much.
I was more talking about hitting on dudes that are trying to fight you.
That
Is
shit's
fucking fun.
I know.
No,
he
I get
wasn't
that, but he
trying
wasn't trying to
us.
fight me. I'm a very smooth motherfucker. I was trying to use him to get me to take me to the liquor store for a
Listen,
liter
you guys
of
still
Jack
want to?
Daniels.
You guys still want to be slamming this Jim Beam with Tyler here or what?
Pour another.
Yes, Dalton. By the end of this, we want to have to carry you
All
up the
right.
stairs and call your new wife for
Okay.
a ride
Your
home.
new wife.
Time out. I was just talking.
That's how you
to her.
introduce her to marriage.
Me and her were just talking about how I don't get drunk enough to ever not walk. Like we were watching these videos of ridiculousness and how there's dudes just stumbling and can't
So,
walk.
long story short, this podcast was meant to be then?
I don't.
Hold on,
it never
hold on.
happens.
Dalton,
Short
why don't
story
you pour us
long.
another shot?
Short story long.
Short story long. This podcast
Short-
is meant to be.
Yeah,
Short
everything
story
happens
long.
for
Here's
a reason.
Crookston.
Whatever, dude. Pippi Longstocking. Let's do some red
Everything
stack.
happens for a reason.
Dude,
There's
why
a
don't-
reason why you guys are on the pod right
right.
now. And I think
a
a big
reason.
part of that is this is sort of a revelation with all of us finishing the Red Stag. We're about, what would you say?
We're finishing
a
the
seventh
first
of the
liter
bottle
I've ever
left.
seen finish. No, we could
Fuck.
finish that off
That's
real
like-
quick.
I bet you that's one Jake.
Finish
size
that
shot
shit
left.
off.
That's one Jake.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is one Jake size shot left.
Oh, dude, that's so small.
Oh, yeah. No,
Oh, that's
Dalton's
it.
doing a nice job. Look at him
The
pouring
Stag is
this.
gone.
There goes
Look
the
at
bottle.
that pour.
We're smashing it.
Skills.
Hey,
I ain't
throw that in the corner.
Throw it.
That ain't gonna break.
Throw it.
Let's
That a
Polisher
boy.
off.
I'm not my cousin, but that's pretty good porn.
Let's mark this milestone as that's the first thing that Dalton has broken on set.
Well, that, and it's the first liter I've ever
Hi,
seen
Mom.
drank here, so we got 2 shots of Al's brandy left after
I
this
like
for those
that this
milestones.
is the first thing premiered on Facebook because
We're really getting it
this
going.
is off the rails.
Well, not
I like
yet.
it.
Well,
I
but
like it.
Not
but
yet.
The best.
Guys, this is spilling on my fingers. We're taking it.
All right, cheers. Stay faded. If you're gonna be off the rails, be off the rails an hour in.
I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah, we
Because
don't know
that-
if you can either.
When you're an hour in, the only whoa.
Oh, he's got to take a sip of beer first, ladies and gentlemen.
The
For those
bottle.
of you
to
listening,
watch-
Dalton's taking a sip of beer and then he's going to have a shot.
I'm gonna tell you
I
right
need
now.
to cleanse the palate.
That last shot was the hardest shot of that.
I'm
whole
a little.
bottle.
I'm a little.
That was the easiest shot of the bottle.
I don't know. That one hit different.
All right, for
God.
those
Shit,
of,
kids these days. Other people's kids, I tell you.
for those of you who don't drink hard like shots like this, my mouth is a little syrupy, so I need to
Oh yeah.
hit it with some hams, numb it.
Yeah, that's going to really improve the syrupy flavor of your
It
shot.
will. You know what, Jay? You and your monotone voice. It will.
Tell him how it is. Oh, look at this guy.
I will walk out of here under my own power, sir.
Under my own
I
power.
cannot wait to see it. We'll have fun.
Holy.
Oh, that was a time for Yes Daddy again, I think. Oh,
Jake, zoom in on that. I don't care about the audio listeners. We are getting that. Okay.
That was good.
That was incredible.
am I still at the same spot in this fucking story?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, we're a little bit off the rails.
All right, Jesus Christ. If
We're
we
at a
shut-
This is running so long, and I love it. Let's keep
Also,
going.
I
You
need a
restart
lighter.
the cameras, Jake.
God damn it. Well, then I might as well have another cigarette if we're going to keep this going, because I had a cigarette to keep telling the story, but Dalton's drunk ass
might
had
as
to
well have one,
intervene.
too.
Shout out to Jasmine Taft again for these beautiful ashtrays that she donated to us.
that I fucking sank. Anyway,
Hey, when I'm done lighting my cigarette, throw this over to Cody.
He's got one.
I don't have a lighter.
Fucking cigarettes with the boys.
It's out.
All right.
Cigarettes
I'm
with
lacking
the boys.
over here.
My brand new White Castle sweater is gonna smell like cigarettes. I'm excited.
It improves
what?
the cost.
True.
If it smelled
right.
like weed, it'd make the White Castle brand that much better.
Do you think we can maybe get sponsored by the White Castle?
I was thinking about
That's a
that. but
possibility.
You know
You
what?
got a
At this
billboard
point-
that's wearing it right now, so why not?
Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. This is gonna be a promo right here. Okay, if White Castle sponsors us, I will get a White Castle tattoo on my body.
Hey,
I like this because here's
I'll
the
get
thing.
one too,
Major,
Dude,
major
will.
people that you see and influencers
I'm
online
big.
and whatever, you do not see a White Castle sponsor.
You're not
I
wrong.
think that would be a great market for
I
White
think-
Castle to
You're
break
damn
into
right.
the podcast
I
market.
think we need to tag John C. White Castle in this fucking podcast.
Dude, wait. Is that actually is that
No.
the owner? Okay, I don't know what the
Hey,
fuck.
no. Fun fact though, White Castle was the first fast food restaurant.
Dude, big mother, dude.
Ever?
First.
So, guys,
Very
we're going
before
2 hours
McDonald's.
tonight
Very
then,
first.
huh?
Way
Yeah,
before.
very
Dude.
Really?
So no, this is
I know my
shit.
shit. Way before.
Is this true? I've heard this before. White Castle is the only fast food restaurant that has 100% beef.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They are.
Really?
I've heard
White
that they
Castle is
are.
also the only fast food restaurant that is still its own company. Taco Bell, KFC, all that other
Is all
shit.
owned by other
They're
all owned by-
subsidiary?
They're all owned by the Yum franchise.
I bought White Castle
Taco Bell
tonight.
is still owned by itself.
Okay.
Hey guys, can I get back to the story? Like just because you got a cool sweater and
I'm
a
a
nice
big White
lap,
Castle guy. We're gonna get more back into the White Castle.
Like, we still got
This-
2
okay.
Derby stories after this story. I just
I
want
see-
to try to wrap this up in the hour you told me this was going to happen in.
Okay,
I see
well we're
his
already
hands.
at an
I
hour,
see his
hour
hands
25. So let's go.
Yeah,
His hands
good,
are
we're
shaking
fine then.
talking about White Castle.
Yeah, he likes when his hand shakes, especially when he's done with this podcast, gets home. You told me you were
Oh,
lonely.
Fuck. You're correct, sir. Go
So
on.
anyways, I think we're still at the same fucking point, ain't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
We're on our way to the keg race.
So this girl, right? Yeah, we're walking in. So this girl's boyfriend finally shows up, and I'm like, "Ooh, we're running low on beer in the keg." Because I mean, me and Weenie and all of us were picking up the keg to see how much we had left.
At this point, people are showing back up to party with us after they went home for a nap.
Yep, they've been back for a
the,
bit.
the nap is
Okay.
over.
Yep, the nappy poo that these Crookston people took was over. But the Pine County people had been continuing their alcoholism, as is tradition.
Yep. Absolutely.
As
And
my grandfather did before.
Yep. Oh yeah. Well, my grandfather actually didn't drink, but my old man made up for it. My uncle did too. But
The rummy dummy.
yep, mad rummer. But trust me, your dads will know him.
More stories, different
But,
podcasts.
Yeah, different podcast again.
Well, same one, but
Yeah, same podcast, different stories. But so I'm talking to this kid, being like, "Hey man, we're about out of this keg. Why don't you take me to the liquor store? Let's get a liter of Jack Daniels." I was like, "Okay, I could do that. I just got here." I look at the woman. I'm like, "Is it okay if I borrow your man to go up here and do this?" Yeah, that's fine. So as I'm doing this, all of a sudden I hear this crash behind me. the kid that owns the house, stepped on the board that Benny's fat ass cracked earlier. I turned around after hearing this crash. I see Munson. He's got one leg out behind him, both his hands in front of him. He's balls deep right leg into this deck. I mean, he stepped on that broken spot and finished it off, put a hole in there, went right down to the damn ground. He was coming up to fuck with me, and it just caught him. It was great. I turned around, and I'm like, fuck do you do? So I get this liter of Jack. We keep it going. I have a hard time filling in this portion for some reason. I've always had a tough spot with this. Oh, wait, I got it. Okay, now we're
Welcome back.
I just had to look at Weenie.
Jack came back.
Jay has entered the chat.
Yep. So we're drinking this Jack and shit when we get back. Having a good old time. There's still people there from the Keg Race. And I mean, there's a few people hanging out at this point in time, probably 20. And Munson comes swinging the front door open after about 10 minutes of us being home with the Jack. And he says, I think Weenie might be getting laid. Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I think it's going on.
Story's getting good.
So the door opens. I come bursting through with a liter of Jack in hand. And I look over, and there's a woman on each side of Weenie. And there, I mean, it's just like a fucking movie. They're rubbing him down, hitting on him, trying to talk him into coming to a bar.
Ooh.
Well, I'm not 100% sure of my dates, but I'm not sure 100%
I think I was about
also.
19 at that time.
Yeah, 19 or 20.
So bars are out of the question.
The beauty of this is I picture Pat
But I was
being
drunk
like,
enough to not
Yeah,
care.
well,
I was going to go.
you were drunk enough to not care, but I picture you being something like,
Let's have a shot at
you know
Alice.
what?
Yeah.
I can't. Let me ask my friends. is what you would.
Yeah, well, that sounds good to me, but let me
I don't
see
wanna
if everyone
abandon the
else is
boys.
good to
I was
go,
more
right?
picturing Pat looking the exact same at 19 because I don't know if I've ever seen Pat.
if
look
I
different in
shave
my
the
life.
beard,
You have
I
never
look
seen
like
Pat
I'm
without
not-
a beard?
No shit.
You have never
I've
seen-
known Pat comfortably, I would say, my entire life. Am I
Yes,
wrong?
I would agree
Am
with
I
that
wrong?
myself even.
no.
Because
He worked
here's
for
the
your
thing.
dad
No,
when you
no.
were still in elementary school.
I don't ever remember Pat looking different.
He always looks the same.
He's never had
as long
the
as I've
beard.
known Pat, he's looked exactly the same.
You guys do
I'll be
realize that
the
he's
best
never had the
looking guy
beard.
in the old folks home. I'll get all the
Right.
bitches. I'll
He'll look exactly the same.
same.
He'll look 29 years old when he's 70.
Yeah.
Because he'll still be out there.
And
Can
he'll
I get a
still be
piece of
ripping-
that ass?
He'll still be ripping cigarettes and bush
Can I get a crack at
Damn
that
right.
ass,
Can I
sir?
get a crack at that ass in the old nursing home? They say, well, my ass did crack earlier today. My hip just went out, but, hey, you can get a crack
No,
at
it's
it.
actually when can I
put
get
it
a
back
crack
in.
at that
Oh,
ass.
shit.
It's when can I get a crack at that
Well, once
ass.
it heals again and I come back into fruition, yeah, let's go.
Dalton's having a tough time right
All
now,
right, which
it
one is
seems
mine?
like.
I don't even fucking know. Hey, we do a couple more of these, and I'll fucking box Jake Paul. I swear to God.
You'd probably do
hot
better than
take.
his last opponent.
I want to say it right now, fuck Luke Combs.
No. Luke Combs is an angel.
Gentlemen,
Tyler's
I
trying
want
to
to say
call
right
Luke-
now.
I'm telling you right now,
Cheers.
Jake Paul could not
Thank
knock
you
me out.
again.
No way.
Fuck Luke Combs.
Thank you.
Luke Combs, I love you.
Cheers to that.
You were on the Meat Eater podcast. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Was he really?
The only meat he's about to eat is when I
cool.
fuck
And
him
he
up.
showed like his.
So, guys, we're
he's
back
more
to
than just a
Crookston.
songwriter.
If we can shut up the alcoholic here quick.
Fuck me.
No, we're all alcoholics here, Dalton. It's okay. This is the new age version of an AA meeting. We keep drinking during our meetings.
Hi, I'm
though. It's
Dalton.
nice.
Absolutely. I just want to put this on the record. This is officially the longest podcast that On Tap with the Boys has had.
Hands
Yeah,
down.
it's
Oh, it's only gonna get longer.
Jake's
but-
sitting here eyeballing
I want
us
to. I
like-
want to put on the record that this is officially the only podcast that we said, "Hey, we don't want this to go for an hour."
All right, hold on. Where
And
are
it's
we
your
at?
Christmas special. It's your first Christmas
Do
special.
we hit him
and
with
y'all
the?
are like,
Do we hit him with the hey?
1
you
hour
know,
and 30 minutes.
Well,
do we time
yeah,
out
but
it
we
and
have
make
bathroom
them listen to
breaks.
2? Do we break it up?
No,
No,
what you
we're
do,
already
guys?
fucked.
Here's my theory on
All right,
this.
we're doing a Joe
Well,
Rogan
here's
monster
the-
podcast.
Well, I mean, otherwise, what you
for
could do
doing
is
those.
do like what the Joe Rogan commentators do. You could break it down per story. Like this story lasts this long. This story lasts this long. Break it down in the description. when
Bro,
you
we're gonna
post
have
it.
a 30-minute story and a 4-hour story.
Oh, buddy.
Well, we keep
The
talking.
only reason we've had a 4-hour story is because you just keep yapping.
Listen, Jay.
Hey, I have to deal with my girlfriend over there.
I have thrown so many compliments your way.
Here's the thing.
Well, it's just because I
It's
wake up
because
this damn sexy every day. I get
Jake
it.
behind the
hard.
cameras just keeps interjecting, but in the stories, and it just keeps getting drunk on.
Because
Well, right,
it's, like,
who
it's like
keeps-
every 2 minutes he's like, hey, that's half hour. I got to reset the cameras. I got to reset the camera.
Every 2 minutes.
Well, who keeps feeding him alcohol?
Jake is
fucked
sober.
up. Jake is fucked up
Hey.
right now.
God, thank you guys for carrying that joke. Yeah, God, you just dropped that one.
Hey, Jake's mom. Jake's sober. What's
Jake's
up?
mama's got it going
No,
on.
Jake
Do you
is
want to try
sober.
some of this?
Shout
some of
out
this,
Connie
Jake?
and Mike.
This show
Shout
fuck
out
you.
Connie and
I'm not
Mike.
gonna get
Do Connie and Mike listen to the entire episodes?
Well,
Yeah, probably not.
I ain't gonna make it this far. That's the
Connie
truth.
and Mike, if you made it this far,
we're there having fun.
good job.
All right, guys,
All right.
can I get back to it?
Yeah, absolutely.
All
If you
right,
have
I
to.
really
We
want
got-
to finish
we got-
this. and-
We got
This part's
6 minutes
pretty
left.
important, actually.
6 minutes left, and then we for sure have to wrap
All right.
it up.
You have half a bottle to
Quick.
finish it up.
Quick
It
synopsis.
do
can't
that.
be wrapped up in 6
No,
minutes.
we can't
That's
do
what
that.
We've been trying
You
to
guys
tell
are in for the long
guys.
haul now. It's a good
Yeah.
story.
Short story long.
It-
Yep.
it-
No, long
No, you
story
can't.
shortened.
You can't.
I'm skipping details on this story to try to
He
make this fast
already
enough to
is.
get to
We're
the
running her, buddy. Let's do
But
it.
Dalton, somebody put alcohol in Dalton, and he's just holding this shit.
Now somebody
up.
put a quarter in me, and here we are.
We might as well get another
Oh
shot. of
yeah.
Blanco.
Oh yeah. Let's do that.
Somebody put a quarter bottle
Okay,
in, and
all
that's
right,
what's
let's
holding
go.
this thing up.
Jay,
Let's go. Keep going.
talk.
All right. So oh yeah. So we got back with the bottle of beam.
Me and
These
two
gals
chicks
are
on.
trying to talk Weenie into going to the bar.
Yeah, Winnie's gonna fuck.
What they managed to talk Weenie into was taking his pants. Oh, we missed a part of his story.
Bibs. No, you said
as
we were
I
in
was,
bibs.
as I was drinking the liter of Jack and we were passing that out, Munson decided he was going to go to the bar with the Mexican neighbor that could actually buy legitimate alcohol.
Hell yeah.
And
caramba.
Munson missed the third step on his deck and tripped and took out the entire front plastic fender of his Pontiac.
Bonneville.
Oh,
into a million pieces.
What year?
Yep, he shoulder
What year?
checked that fucking 98.
Yeah, 98.
That's the Buick LeSabre of
is.
Pontiacs, dude.
Yeah.
I will not
It is.
disagree with you. That is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And dude,
It's
he
still on the
shoulder
road.
checked that front fender like it was his business. Like he was training for the NFL. He hit
Exploded
that fucking thing and just
in a
blew it
million
to pieces.
Oh no!
So he drives his Mexican to the gas station or the bar, the liquor store, whatever the fuck he's aiming for.
I was gonna say Coach C made him lower that shoulder. That's what you're saying.
Let's not bring that up. We're not talking about. Yeah, never mind.
Football.
Yeah, right.
Hunky chicken football.
Yeah, exactly. And
Chuck it.
so Munson gets to the liquor store, gets back with his box of beer. And next thing we know, the gals have left. We're down to a small amount of people. We realize Weenie's got his bibs on backwards.
I legitimately had my bigs on.
After
Whoa,
hours.
whoa, whoa! How,
big
how
on.
does this happen?
Oh shit! I missed
you
the-
take them completely off and
Yeah,
put them on
he
wrong.
never
Hey,
took-
they said they wanted to fuck, so I dropped trout.
But he never took his boots off. He never took his boots off. That is all I can reiterate.
Mom, if you're still
Stay on.
Mom, if
He
you're
never
still
took his
watching,
boots
stop watching.
I don't need my boots off to do what I'm gonna do.
Now one story.
Dude, who needs bibs, bro?
So Weenie fucked.
No.
Oh,
We're good.
okay.
If
we're
you
good. I'm
all
lost.
if you all sit there and wait, we'll get to there in the story. I mean, the story was going a
It
lot
gets
faster
better,
before
I
we
swear.
got you guys hammered.
Speed her up.
Okay.
But
Fair.
speed her up by the lush in the group. He just needs to get home. He's a newlywed. But
Shit.
Fucking guy.
anyways, so a story I forgot is that the host had to pass out for about 2 hours and take a nap. And we went up the stairs to put him in bed and make sure he made it there. And as we're walking back, all I hear from him is "Don't hit your head on the stairs." So I made sure to make it down the stairs before Weenie.
Yeah, I
'Cause I-
didn't.
Yeah, and I made it down the stairs, like, and I'm on the fourth step to the last. All I hear behind me is Munson. We'll see you in a minute. Thump. I turn around.
Falls down
Winnie's
the
laying
stairs.
on his back at the bottom of the stairs. I'm like, you didn't duck, did you? Nope.
Nope.
Just fucked up.
So to
Down the
continue on,
steps.
we're at the point now, just speed this story up, that we're sitting there watching TV. It's just down to me, Munson, Weenie, and Benny, the people that were hired to win the Keg Race. But, you know, we did what we could.
Third place.
Third place.
All day.
But realistically first. Anyway, stop waving. Stop wiggling
all
your
right,
finger
all
other
right.
half.
For a
Dalton. Every
Jay?
time you interrupt, it's 20 minutes.
For the love of God, Jay, quick synopsis. You guys drove to this this is really long.
We told you.
These guys
I told you.
All right.
Preface.
I
Here we
warned
go.
Cody
Here we go.
months ago that this was going to be a
Hey.
long story.
Some really big ass dudes drove to this place in Crookston, like 5 hours away.
We did.
Way bigger than
Correct.
anybody around.
Yes.
Everybody was like, wow, they're big and they can drink beer.
And they fucked a lot
We
of beer.
did.
And they got there, and then fucking
a lot of
Pat
beer.
was like, I could sleep with you, but I'm not gonna. And then,
Hey, it wasn't for me. I could try.
Jay
It
was
was
like,
them.
Jay was like, you totally shoulda. And he gave him pointers, and then like they didn't get first or second, but they got third, which was sweet.
They fell
because
through a deck?
It was like
dope.
7 versus 25, and somebody fell through a deck, and
They flipped over a hand railing.
they flipped over a hand rail.
There's a
Shit
lot
was
of shit going on.
And
There's
here,
still
and here
more.
we are.
And there's more.
And then,
And
but
there's
wait.
more.
Hang
more.
on, guys. I want to thank you right now, Dalton. Even though you are hammered, one thing I would like to
I
say.
won't lie about that.
One thing I would like to say is I appreciate you giving us this note. So when Cody gives the notes, doing this overly long podcast on the thing, you can have Dalton's summary on the side of it.
Yeah.
If you're catching up and want to skip the story just to hear Dalton's version of the story, you can skip ahead.
We're gonna Billy Mays it. We're gonna Billy Mays it right now.
Text.
I'm Billy Mays, and for
Actually-
1995,
There's more.
There's more.
So,
Yep.
here we are.
yes. So
got
we're
text.
already sitting down. Probably me because I've been fucking with Mike the whole time.
It ain't you.
What is that noise?
Who cares? Just play with it.
That was my ring.
Guys, I've listened to a whole podcast where only one side of my earphones came through from this thing, so don't give me shit about the clicking on the thing.
No, it ain't. You're fine.
You're
Okay.
fine.
We
You're
good.
All right, Jay.
Smacked me. I fell down
So
the
anyways-
stairs.
Continue.
So anyway,
We're watching TV.
yep, we're when we went to
Pat coming in clutch.
Keep him online.
Yep.
Keep him online.
So it's towards the end of the night. The only
We got
people are
3 minutes left.
for the regular
continue.
podcast. Yep, we're not the regular podcast. This is the fucking On Tap with the Boys
Oh, no,
first
this
Christmas.
is the
special.
epic.
This
This
is the
is already
drinking and
long.
driving special. And so we're all sitting there hanging out. Me and Munson and Weenie and Benny are watching TV. All of a sudden, Big Benny stirs, disappears. We're figuring, oh, he's going to go to the back door, take a piss. Well, next thing you know, it sounds like a cow pissing on a flat rock. And I turn around and I'm looking at
I was
Benny
like-
pissing. Hang on.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm looking at Benny just standing there in Munson's kitchen door because we told him go down the hallway, take a right. We didn't tell him take the second right.
He was trying to piss down the stairs.
No. Not at this point in time. He was not. At this point in time, he's pissing on the linoleum floor on the kitchen.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then
So I nudged
Good.
Munson. I'm like, hey, Munson, Benny's pitching on your kitchen floor. So he turns around. And he's like, ha. He starts laughing. Weenie looks up. He's like, what are you guys laughing at? Munson says, your brother's pissing on the kitchen floor. Weenie turns around, sees it. Shot.
That's what he said.
Cliffhanger.
You snuck her in there.
More.
Shout out
he's like-
Al's Bar.
Yep.
We're finishing 2 fucking bottles tonight, boys.
Yep. I didn't
That's
want to
another
come here and not
first.
leave
That's
an
another
imprint.
first for On Tap with the Boys.
We're doing it.
We might need new cups.
So Betty's pissing on linoleum.
Yeah, I know. We're trying to keep these 3 in tune, but they're younger than us. Jesus, y'all can hear that.
new cups.
That shit scattering like empty shells from an automatic rifle.
Safe place.
For the love of God, Jay, tell your story.
Dalton just doesn't want to drink as much as this shit. And
Oh no, I'm
That's
I'm to the
funny.
point where listen.
Anyways, if we listen, it'll take longer.
Love
So
it.
we hear Benny pissing on this floor, and we're like, we should go get your brother. So he goes and gets his brother. Benny, you're pissing on the floor. Go outside. Well, where do I go
Now.
to get outside? And he's like, well, you take a right and then you take another right and you'll be outside. So Weenie's cleaning up his brother's piss in the kitchen. And me and Monson are still sitting on the same place in the couch.
I'm not proud.
I am very
not
proud. I brought my friends to this occasion. And they gave me this story that I thank God for you guys recording and never have to fucking tell again. And
You'll just revert people to this
yes,
recording.
and they will understand how hard it is to get through this whole story while you're drinking with people. Thank you, Dalton.
So Benny going out the door, he took a left instead of a right and started pissing. And all of a sudden we look over because we can see that from the living room. He's pissing right down the stairs into the basement.
Oh, no.
And we're like,
oh.
fuck.
That's not good.
Munson's like, whatever.
That's
Yeah,
really
Munson
not
didn't give a shit at that
That's
point in
really
time. He
not
already
good.
let him piss on his kitchen floor long enough to giggle hard about it. I'm way too
Oh,
close.
no.
Oh, no, it was fine.
So later that night, I had to take a piss.
Yep. Oh, let me get to this. So I love telling this part of the story. Like the whole reason I tell the rest is stop waving your fingers around over there. So
We got 1 minute left.
Me and Weenie
to tell
decided to go
this
out and
part.
take a sure. Me and Weenie go out and take a piss. And I'm taking a beautiful piss. I mean, just a really glorious piss after a successful day.
Lovely piss.
And I look over
And
at
I
Weenie.
really got to piss.
Yep. And I look over at Weenie and he's dancing around like a motherfucker. I'm like, what's your problem? He's like, well, I can't find the zipper on these bibs.
They're on backwards.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
That's
And I looked at him and I said, well, dude, you do realize these bibs are on backwards, right?
So I'm trying
shit.
to rip my
Take
dick
care
out
of
of
your
the
boy.
side of the bibs and trying to pee out the side of these fuckers.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm not having a good time with it.
No, I would imagine that'd
No.
be difficult.
Oh yeah,
it's
when we
horrible.
walked into the house. He walked in. He's like, "I'm hungry," so he walks into Munson's fridge and he grabs this fucking half-eaten can of ravioli that Munson was nice enough to just open the can and eat half the can and leave the fork still in it.
Yep.
So Weenie
Eat the
finishes
shit
this
out of
off,
that.
and as he turns around from the fridge, I see this piss line from where he was fighting to get his pecker out to the side of the bibs where he actually got it out.
Hell yeah.
So we go to bed, and I'm sleeping on a love seat. I forget where Benny was. Also on a love seat.
Hold on one second.
no,
Hold that thought. We got to cut it.
Nope.
We got to cut it right now.
Don't.
Right this second.
Nope. Don't
No.
cut it. Jake already restarted the cameras.
We're good. Just keep going.
So we're
Run it.
going. I told you this. I told you when we first got together. This is
It's
gonna
a
be the
long
longest
story.
podcast you'd have.
Okay.
We'll wrap it up quick.
We're running
We're
the
at the end of this
batteries.
story. Let me just wrap it up fast for this, and then we can tell our derby
Shots.
stories.
Okay. Is this one for Jake?
Yep, shots.
That is
Shots.
I wanted a half of one if Jake wanted to try it.
No, we're not doing shots yet.
Okay.
Go.
All right.
God damn it, fine. I'll finish this up, and then the next story we'll finish it. So basically, this ends up when he goes to sleep in this chair. There's a gap on the footrest. I hate
It's
being
the
rushed.
old chair.
Hey,
so it's got a
rush.
backrest and then the footstool's way out.
Yeah.
He goes to sleep with his feet on the footrest, his head where it should be. I wake up in the morning to his brother nudging me saying, "Hey, we got White Castle burgers here for you." I'm like, "Cool." So I'm having a White Castle burger. I sit up, I look, and I see Benny and Munson looking at Weenie, who now has switched positions. His feet are where your head would be in this chair.
Yep.
His head is where the footrest would be. And there's still the same gap, and he's sleeping like it's his job.
And both rear legs are broke off the chair. I don't know what happened, but
Oh, fuck.
I woke up that way.
Yep. I'll take that one.
Oh,
Another one.
continue. Put it down.
'Cause we got some derby stories to wrap up quick. Prost.
So
God damn it.
Toast.
Come on, Dalton.
Jay.
Cheers. First episode on Facebook. Cheers to a milestone.
That's why we're going long, buddy.
Cheers to 2 hours.
I feel like this is gonna be 2 episodes right here.
That's why
There's
we're
no way
going
you don't
long.
like this one.
So now, since we've wrapped this, oh no, we haven't wrapped this up yet. There's one story left. So we finally wake Weenie up in the morning. We eat our White Castle. We go to breakfast at this holiday station in town. His brother decides to choose the bomb burrito. You remember back when Holiday had the bomb burrito?
They still do, buddy.
Good. So Benny chooses the red hot bomb burrito. So did I. I think Weenie did too, based on the smell
Yeah.
of them on the ride home. Because the whole ride home, Wenie'd be asleep, but the only time you could tell he'd wake up is it smelled like somebody shit themselves, and you'd look in the rearview mirror and somebody's giggling.
but back to Betty's story.
Yeah, I'm getting there. So we're flying down the road. We're by about Cohasset. And Benny just dives off the road like it's his fucking job.
There's
I
a
didn't
gas
even-
station like 45, and like he
Yeah.
didn't even slow down. He just fucking pulled in behind it. We're like, what the
There
fuck
was a
is
road there,
going
but it
on?
wasn't a very well-maintained road.
No.
So Benny comes hammering that, just slams on the brakes, slides to this dumpster, throws it in park, and as the van's still skidding to a stop, Benny's already got the lid open on this dumpster throwing up. Weenie wakes up long enough to say, "Looks like the bomb went off." and then goes back to sleep. I'm dying in the front seat. Benny's dying by a dumpster, and Weenie's going to sleep in the back seat.
Yep, I can relate to that.
This Pine City shit is not what people are used to. It really isn't.
No, it ain't.
No.
I don't
This
think
is
they
not the
fully-
norm.
I feel like other groups don't understand.
That's
don't.
They don't. When we went down to Kansas for that big derby, they were doing a heat draw. We had a pyramid of beer from a 24-pack sitting there?
no 224s.
Yeah. 224s, big beer. Anyways, we're telling derby stories. It's the best derby story I could tell now. We finished up the other one, for Christ's sake. Thank you, Dalton, for holding that up. Okay.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Okay.
So Grand Rapids had a... Have you
Break it. You got to break it. In tradition, you got to break
no,
it.
this bottle-
That's
no.
a library card.
No, this bottle.
You break that card.
library card.
No, that's a library
fair.
card.
All right,
that's
you
fair.
don't get it anymore.
Save it. Save it. Save it.
So the derby story I'm going to tell, and we need you to tell a derby story while I get up and pee, because I was part of
Well,
that.
here's the deal.
Hold on. We're just gonna stop this right now because
Why?
we're running too long. But however, this is the only episode we've ever finished 2 bottles on. Also, this is the only episode that's ever run this long. And so we've set a couple of milestones here. First one on Facebook, first 2 bottles, first this long.
First one.
So we're just gonna
come
we're
back
just gonna
for
wrap
another
this
one.
up. We're just gonna wrap this up. I'm not opposed to having you guys on for another episode.
Dude,
and we're
it
gonna
would
finish
be my
this
honor
out.
to come back here as much as possible. Honestly,
We're gonna
Cody,
finish
knowing
this
that
up.
you guys are going to sponsor our derby shit this
Yeah.
year,
For sure.
and knowing how much we charge for derby shit with the cool stickers you guys have built.
I was
All
gonna say
I
we do
want-
stickers. we
mean-
do a lot of stickers.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I want a table that's just a cheesy sticker table with all 4 of
Absolutely.
your heads around it with the comic
I got
shit
head.
you got.
Absolutely.
Dolly got a lot
We'll
of
make
head.
anything work.
Well, Cody, what I
Absolutely.
want you to do, honestly, what would
Fine
be
with
dear to my heart,
magnets so
Cody.
we can reuse them.
Cody, let's you and I talk. Let's not focus on these people anymore.
Listen
the
here,
business
Pat.
people here will talk.
Now listen here, motherfucker. We fired him.
Have we ended this thing yet so we can talk business? Are we
Pat,
done?
Jay, thank you for
All right.
coming on.
We're
Thank
gonna
you for
we're
having
gonna
us.
pop out.
Absolutely.
We're
Thank
gonna
you.
end out here. Thank you guys so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you
Seriously,
for
this is
having
a
us,
huge
buddy.
milestone for us, and I
Unreal.
think this is gonna get us
Merry
even more
Chrysler.
exposure. I appreciate it. And I
Absolutely.
honestly, I really hope this isn't the last time.
No, it will not be the last
It will
time.
not
You
be
guys
the
are in
last
my
time.
hometown and
was a
you
fun
beat us
time.
to the
gonna go.
podcast. We're done.
We got Derby
All right.
season coming up here in the future months, so we got to talk Derby sooner or later. So
Imperial Heat.
absolutely. So we'll bring it out. Thank you so much for having us on. Dalton's fucked up.
No, actually, thank you so much for having us on. It's your job to be here, motherfucker.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
We got.
Thanks for listening to On Tap with the Boys. Be sure to follow us on social media and stay updated. Tune in next week for another episode about Tyler's problems.
Make the drive.
Seriously. Thank you guys for listening. If you've listened for this long, we really appreciate it. Genuinely, from the bottom of our heart, you guys are the ones that let us allow us to do this. And if we can make this a career, that's like 100% the goal.
Here's
And,
the thing right now. If you made it this far, first person to message us on Instagram gets a free t-shirt. All right, let's go.